555. Okay, the hangout on air is live.
Ooh.
I'm going to start. I started off tonight.
You do?
It's all about you.
Are we recording?
The recording and the music. When you hear the music, no more talking. There's no talking.
But is what coaster watching?
We've got viewers.
Okay. As long as we're recording and Wet Coaster's watching, then we can do a show.
Okay, here I go. Welcome to Caching in the Northwest. This right here is the only podcast dedicated to geocaching in the Great Pacific Northwest. We'll talk about caches and caches unique to this little corner of the country. So try to catch up on your water intake. It's time to go caching in the Northwest.
Yes, it is. It's Thursday night and time to hang out with my favorite podcasting buddies. We're going to talk about the block party tonight because, well, we were there recently. And in order to talk about the block party, we can't talk about it ourselves. We need to bring on our international geocaching correspondent. That's right. He's waving his red and white right now. Some say the border guards know him by his geocaching name. He only achieves milestones with American podcasters. All we know is he's called Land Monkey.
And it's all true, as it is every episode. And as always, as it is every episode, it's an honor and a privilege to join you fine gentlemen on tonight's show.
Well, you know, it seems like it hasn't been a week since we saw you. It seems like we just spoke with you. In fact, if any of our fine, loyal listeners were out to a block party, they may have noticed all three hosts of this right here darn fine podcast, the one and only podcast dedicated to geocaching in the Great Pacific Northwest. We were all together in the all together. No, we were not in the all together. We were all together at the same place, at the same time, in the same booth, at the same block party.
And it was an absolute pleasure to spend the better part of last Saturday with both of you gentlemen at the block party. So, to kick off our discussion of the block party, you gents have been to many more block parties than I. How did this event compare in overall experience?
Well, I want to take just a moment before we jump into the block party because I have a public service announcement for all geocachers. Eric, who's been so kind to us at the block party over these past few years, and is also the media coordinator for Groundspeak, or geocaching.com, I believe is the term they're using now, wrote to tell us about the 7 souvenirs of August.
That's right. Yeah, he said, hey, he wants to reach out via social channels and podcasts like ours to ask for a mention about the 7 souvenirs of August. We've talked about the 7 souvenirs of August. In fact, last week, I believe we dedicated an entire show to it. They said that the 7 souvenirs of August has exceeded all of geocaching.com's expectations, in no small part to help from podcasters and social media and all those kind of great people that are out there spreading the word of geocaching. They had hoped about 25,000 geocachers would unlock the Achiever souvenir. According to geocaching.com, just Monday they reached that goal well ahead of expectations. And the secret that they didn't know until late Monday was that there are actually more than 50,000 achievers out there. They pulled some data, and it seems that about 28,000 of them have earned all 6 souvenirs. That's how you get 7 souvenirs of August, is you go earn the 6 souvenirs, and you then are awarded the Achiever, the 7th souvenir. But they haven't unlocked that 7th Achiever souvenir. If you just go get the 6 souvenirs, you don't get the 7th souvenir all just automatic like. You have to go visit the 7 Souvenirs of August trophy case. And there's a shortened link at bit.ly/7SOA homepage, but you can search for it on geocaching.com or read the show notes. People need to visit that page to trigger the system to then award the Meta Achiever souvenir. If they don't visit that page before August 31st, because after all, it is the 7 Souvenirs of August, They plan to award the souvenir to achiever with one large data push sometime the first week in September. So it doesn't sound like you'll miss out. But, go, if you've gotten the 6 souvenirs, go get your 7th. It's yours. But they'll miss out on locking in their achiever number. That's the thing. You'll get the badge, but you'll get your number and share these with friends. They're up to 20-something thousand there. Last week's podcast, we were at 13,000, if I do remember right. And over the weekend when I looked, they were, like they said, they were over 25,000. So it's going like crazy. Get out there and get your souvenirs.
Absolutely. Make sure to head on over and visit your trophy case, especially if you've earned all 6 souvenirs. As we already said, you can check it. We'll put another link into the show notes. Please go and check that. And if you're having any confusion, sort it out by going to the link. And it's all really well explained on the website. But I'll tell you what, if you have any questions or comments or feedback, make sure you send it to feedback@cachingnw.com, because we would really like to hear from you. So don't miss out on this historic chance to capture a unique and time-sensitive souvenir.
Absolutely.
That's exactly right. And don't forget, you can send us feedback@cachingnw.com, or you can call in 253-693-TFTC. Okay, so much for the public service announcement. I wanted to get that out of the way. I thought it was very important. And, if you give us your feedback on the 7 souvenirs of August, there's time to get it in while it's still August, because next week will only be the 28th. It's still August. You can get your feedback on this very show.
It's a special time of year.
It is. It's back to school time. Now, back to the block party. Isn't it easy to say that this was the best block party ever?
Well, it's easy to say, and it's true. Each block party gets better and better. Now the royal we have been to all 5. Actually, I didn't quite make the first one. I have been to 4 out of 5. I've been to all of them at the current location. How about that? But the Bad Cop has the complete set. It's not a trifecta, it's a pentafecta or something. I don't know what a set of 5 is, but it gets better and better every time.
And for us, the Land Monkeys, it was only our 2nd block party. However, it was our first time there, or at least my first time there, as the media.
Nice, the media. It's just a uniform name there. Hey, while we were at the block party, before we got too involved in all the festivities, we did a little recording. So let's go ahead and play that now. You get to hear some sounds, and us talking, but you get a little feel for what's going on at the block party. Right here at the block party, 2014. I mean, now if you could see the weather,
it's pouring rain for anybody who doesn't live in the Seattle area.
Exactly. It's terrible. You never want to move up here. If you're from the Seattle area, you're going to love this weather because it's what you're used to.
It's August weather.
That's right. And that's all we're going to say there.
And I'm just going to hold the tabletop down with my foot.
Well, you're looking very relaxed.
Not quite as relaxed as Wits End is looking, but
Wits End.
He's so well trained.
Yes, he is. He just watched the movie Aladdin and realized that the parrot says
Wits End
in there. So now I've got to grab that and put that as the text tone every time I get a text from him.
Nice.
What's it going to sound like?
Wits End.
There we go.
It's also going to be the new intro to Caching in the Northwest.
There we go. And we should do that.
We will.
So tell me, you two have walked around a bit. I've walked around a bit. What's your first impressions of Block Party 2014?
There's a lot of people here.
Yeah,
there are a lot of geocachers
here.
And it's probably the best geocaching block party today. Or no, actually, it's the best geocaching block party I've ever been to.
How many have you been to?
I think this now makes 4, or is it 5?
I'm going with 5. I think this is a 5th annual.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, this is good. Everything is good here. I haven't tried the food trucks yet, but people seem happy. The weather's nice. It's a great day in Seattle.
As soon as the rest of my crew gets back, I'll be trying the food trucks. They're bringing me some food from the food trucks now. That's service. My people are delivering it to me.
You got peeps?
Well, when you're the land monkey, it's kind of how you roll.
I see your peeps. they've been waylaid, so your food is getting cold.
And
partaking of your food, perhaps.
probably. Fellow cashers from the north.
There's another one grabbing a sample out of the box. Maybe there'll be something left by the time it gets back here.
Maybe.
At least you'll be able to know how it was because they'll be able to tell you about it.
That's right. I can smell the box.
Yeah. That's right. Okay, beyond the food trucks.
Yes.
Well, it's about lunchtime. There's really nothing beyond the food trucks right now. We've got a good long street full of vendors.
This is so much better than last year for positioning of podcasters, etc.
Without a doubt.
Right in the thick of, we are sharing a booth with Peanuts or Pretzels. And, oh, hey, it's Mrs. Land Monkey with my lunch. Right on.
Does that make her Mrs. Lunch Monkey?
Mrs. Lunch Monkey. I don't know if she wants to be known as Mrs. Lunch Monkey.
No, she doesn't want to be known as the Lunch Monkey.
But we are sharing the booth, and we'll do a little interview with Peanuts and Pretzels, Josh and Liz a little later. We also are right in the thick of things from some geo tours and geocaching associations, and we've got some GX Proxy and some other vendors across the way. So it's going to be awesome to go and check out all the different stuff. This is just a great location with tons of people coming by.
Exactly. Yeah, it is a good location. I'm very happy to be here this year. Now, up above where the registration is, and I stood up there and looked at people, that registration area could be a mega event of itself, even if they didn't make it down here.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people up there.
There is. That's where they're taking the photo, the big group photo. That's where I think the check-in as well for if you're picking up lab caches. If you've completed lab caches, I think there's a prize if you finish the Cartoon Network lab cache series.
There's 1,500. I found this out from some people. There are 1,500 of the Lumpy Princesses from Adventure Time.
Okay.
Now, I'm saying that with a question mark in my voice because I don't have any idea what this is all about.
My kids used to watch it. That sounds correct.
There's a question mark in your voice as well, I can tell.
Awesome.
So, yeah, well, laid out very well. I think spreading it out a bit allows for so many more people to come and not feel claustrophobic and overwhelmed.
Absolutely.
I'm reading the booklet here about the geocaching block party, and I want to note that they've covered all the bases. Because the last paragraph in the book here covers event safety. And it says here, and I quote, "Unattended children will be given caffeine and noisemakers. They can be picked up or dropped off at the operations tent located by the Discover Geocaching tent on the upper level." So really, it sounds like they've got all the bases covered. This is a great event. So come on down.
Suddenly I want to be a lost child.
Perhaps this can be arranged. Okay. That's fantastic.
Well, good. We will be back with more coverage of the block party. There will be geocaching and geolocation games dignitaries coming by.
Absolutely. Really looking forward to that.
Exactly. Talk to you soon.
All right. Cheers.
Well, that was a lot of fun.
It was. We said it a few times, but it was a great location. I think it was props to Eric. Much better location than last year, although I wasn't media last year, but I couldn't find the media last year. So yeah, this year, there's a little bit more background noise. We had the shops, we had the planes as they flew over, and the horn on the E-flat horn on the bridge.
That's right. Thanks to Donner.
Thanks to Donner for letting us know that. But if you plan for it and you've got your audio set up right, it's background noise. I thought the audio came through fairly well on that and the other interviews we did. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like those microphones. It does a good job of picking up the voice right in front of it, but it does pick up a little ambiance. Not an overwhelming amount, but enough to know, hey, you know what? Things are going on, and you can hear the sounds around you. So.
Absolutely, yeah. What's any other thoughts on that before I talk about lab caches?
I'm just marveling in the $1 million ambiance word that Bad Cop throws around like he uses it every day. It's a great word.
Whitson!
That's it.
There we go.
Come out.
There we go. Perfect. Yeah, it'll just be the random. Awesome. We'll say, Whitson, do you have anything to add to that? And then what we'll hear is,
Whitson!
How many times do you get your geocaching name in a movie?
I'm telling you, it's pretty cool.
Gilbert Godfrey was the voice of
Iago.
Iago. Thank you, in the movie, and wow, I mean, really?
Yeah.
Witching!
Okay.
Now, if you go watch the Lego movie, there's a whole bunch of scenes of the bad cop, so go check that one out. I had yet to see a land monkey in the movie, but there's been lots of monkeys.
Might be a bit of a stretch, but yeah.
Planet of the Land Monkeys.
Okay. Yeah, there's something there. Yeah, and that was awesome. Just to get back to the event.
Bring us back, Jay. Bring us back.
So while we did spend, the three of us spent the majority of the day interviewing some of the others who were attending the show and manning our booth, Mrs. Land Monkey, her sister Donner, and Manta Rays, the previously mentioned entourage, went out and completed several of the event-specific Geocaching Adventure Lab caches, and by all accounts, they quite enjoyed the experience.
Whenever I saw them, they seemed to really be enjoying themselves. Yeah, it was a great day for your entire entourage.
Well, us land monkeys travel in packs for safety.
Whose safety? Yours or others?
That depends on one's interpretation of safety, I suppose.
Caffeine and never mind.
Noisemakers.
Right?
Noisemakers. That's what it is.
I got my caffeine and noisemakers.
Rise of the Planet of the Land Monkeys. All right. Okay. So, Mrs. Land Monkey's key feedback on the geocaching adventures primarily was an appreciation for the creativity that went into each of the puzzles or challenge that you had to complete in order to get your unlock code for that geocaching adventure lab cache. She said it was a completely different experience than last year, even though some of the locations were the same. So anybody who's interested in maybe seeing a little bit more of that, and what if you didn't make it down to the block party, but you'd like to see how they leveraged the geocaching adventure lab cache concept there, keep your eyes on the YouTubes. Later tonight we're going to push the publish button on the first of the Land Monkeys Geocaching Adventures episodes. This is the first ever one recorded by Mrs. Land Monkey, where she recounted the Cartoon Network Adventure Time Geocaching Adventures Lab Caches. That is a mouthful.
Yes, it is. So make sure you catch up to the YouTubes for that, because you're really going to want to see that. And we will be talking about some of the lab caches that Wits End and I did, and also we'll be talking about the Adventure Time caches in a future episode of Caching in the Northwest.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the lab caches are really kind of a unique thing that's going on with mega events, and I think it adds a little bit. You know, it's a different way to find a geocache, and it still counts towards your total geocache count. Does that make sense? It counts towards your count, counts towards your total, and I think it works out well. So we'll talk some more about that. We've got a lot that we got at this block party. So we'll have several upcoming episodes to be able to pan out, be able to talk in more detail about the geocaching block party.
Bad Cop, sorry, before we go on, what I do also want to add is that there's continually conversation with respect to lab caches adding in your count, the complexities, particularly with respect to GSAC and trying to hit milestones and things like that, that us land monkeys personally experienced, trying to make sure that this was that the event was cache number 5,000 for us, that there was some complexities there. So when we do, in a later episode, talk about the lab caches and the experiences at the block party, we'll also talk about some tips and tricks around GSAC and counting your lab caches.
How great you are. Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah.
Yeah. I know I was surprised to see a different page to log into to work with the lab caches, and yet they showed up on my regular cache count. So, yeah, but they're fun. They're fun. And, you know, we'll talk about more later, but for those of you that are actually watching at home, I'll give you a little teaser about some of the things we did there on the thing. So it was a lot of fun.
And if you're not watching at home, you're going to have to listen to an upcoming episode.
That's right.
If you're listening, if we're right inside your head, stay tuned.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if we're right inside your head.
You can have us at the volume you wish inside the privacy of your own skull.
That's right.
Now, we had several friends stop by the booth. In fact, we're going to listen to a couple right now, as soon as I can get the clip up here. Let's start here. I'm the bad cop. We're at the geocaching block party, and I'm with...
Brylang.
Brylang. This is a special event for you.
Yes.
Not only is it the block party, and how cool is the block party? What do you think of it? Tell me about the block party first.
The block party's pretty good. It's pretty hot and sunny out here today. Lots of people around. And it's my 2,000th find.
2,000 finds. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Now, did you work to get that here at 2,000, or is it just a coincidence?
Yes. When I left home yesterday morning, I needed 33 finds. So I did about 20 yesterday and finished it off this morning.
Have you hit the lab caches yet?
I'm working on them right now.
Cool. How are they so far?
Pretty easy.
Yeah?
Just mainly walking around.
Well, that's something we can all do.
Yep.
For the most part.
Well, my feet are getting tired.
Oh, well, we have a seat available should you want to take a rest.
I might take you up on that later.
Congratulations on your 2000s find.
Thank you so much.
Ah, Brylang. I like that guy. But we have more. Here we go. This is your roving reporter, the bad cop, at the block party, and I'm privileged. I really am privileged to be able to talk with Peanuts or Pretzels.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
So, we were able to share a booth here, get to know each other. You know, we've met several times now. Some virtually across the internet, some in person. Tell me what is next for Peanuts and Pretzels.
Well, right now, Peanuts or Pretzels is living on the road. We have decided to go explore the world, and we kind of uprooted our lives from Atlanta and sold all of our belongings and have our backpacks, and we are just moving along, and we are here at the block party as we set off on our round-the-world adventure.
It's just kicking it off, the round-the-world adventure here in Seattle, yeah.
And what better place than right here in the Northwest and the genesis of geocaching.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
We are looking forward to finding some awesome caches all over the world. Many more to find.
So, go ahead.
We want to fill up our world maps. So that's our goal as we're setting off on this round-the-world trip.
Nice. So tell me where your next stop is.
Our next stop, we will be in Hawaii in 2 days. 2 days. 2 days from the block party, we'll be in Hawaii. Starting off in Maui, we'll be there for about a week or so, and then on Big Island, and we're doing a little island hopping for about a month total. So
some awesome geocaches we've located. Josh has one he is dead set on getting. It's some sort of cliff diving jump.
You think you grab the cache, and then while you're grabbing the cache, you jump off a cliff. Or something like that. No.
You have to get it on the way down. You have to climb back up the... once you log it, you have to climb up, back up, jump down again to replace it.
There's a platform up there, and there's a cache, and so we're not quite sure how that's going to work out, but we will find out.
Cliff diving is high on my list of things to do around the world, and what a better way to start off our trip by doing a cliff diving geocache.
Exactly. That sounds like a lot of fun. And then after Hawaii, do you have any plans?
Well, right now, all we have scheduled is we have a one-way ticket to Bangkok, Thailand, beginning of September, and after that, we're not really sure. We're just going to be roaming around Southeast Asia for a few months and doing some work and some geocaching and just enjoying our first retirement.
Fabulous! I love that plan.
We do too.
Yeah, we do too. We're excited for sure.
It's a little strange feeling, but it's going to be awesome.
Very good. Well, I wish you very good travels and even better geocaching.
Yes, thank you so much. Make sure to follow along on our geocaching adventures.
Yep, www.peanutsorpretzels.com, and we will be sharing all of our cool pictures and adventure caching stories. So if you guys have any awesome pictures of cool adventure caches you found, use the hashtag adventure caching, and we can all share each other's photos and enjoy the moments as well.
Very nice. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today.
All right, thank you.
You know, those are a couple of nice kids.
Yeah, definitely. And boy, I have always wanted to take an unlimited, extended period of time and travel the world, buy one-way tickets and live out of my backpack. I think it sounds like a great time. If I had known that geocaching would have taken me there, I might have tried to play that card several years ago. Of course, wife and kids make it a little more challenging, but
Well, you have more backpacks.
well, yeah, that's true.
Now,
That's funny. I love their accents.
While you were in Hawaii, did you happen to find this cliff diving geocache?
I did not, but I didn't make it to Maui or the Big Island, so I think it's on one of the other islands. I was wondering if you have to sign the log during your descent, or how that work exactly. That adds a level of challenge that I'm not quite prepared to do.
So you're admitting that you're not up to difficulty 5, and terrain 5 if you have to fall several hundred feet.
I think that one might be beyond the terrain 5 if you have to sign it during the fall.
And
I'm not talking about the autumn.
All right, so if you want to know more, go to Peanuts or Pretzels.
Or pizza.
Why not?
Or any other. Pretzels.com. Catch up on their log because we know right now they're in Hawaii. So
that's right. Yeah.
They've already found that cache.
Probably so. Yeah. Really, really nice people.
Yes, they are. They are. I've talked to them several times on Geo Gearheads and met them at Geo Woodstock. So
there you go.
Anything with Geo, I've met these people with.
All right.
Geocaching. Hey, that's enough of this episode.
You think?
I think we've stretched it out as long as we should. I want to tell you that in the upcoming weeks, we are going to talk more about block party specific things, such as the geocaching adventures,
Mm-hmm.
The lab caches that we've done. And I've got more interviews that Land Monkey and I were able to go and talk to people. So all that's coming up on Caching in the Northwest. You're going to want to listen.
Absolutely. Make plans to join us. And for those of you that have joined us this very week, we thank you for taking the time to listen to this episode of Caching in the Northwest. Did you know you can be part of the show? Give us a call, 253-693-TFTC. Leave us a comment, correction, or question anytime, day or night. And, of course, you can email us at feedback@cachingnw.com. Visit cachingnw.com for the show notes on this show or more about any other Caching in the Northwest podcast. Your support helps us to keep quality shows coming to you. If you like the show, click the PayPal button on the website. This show is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution 3.0 license, copyright 2014 by Chris Umfenauer. Have a great week, guys. Go caching.
Get out and get caching in the Northwest.
That's right.
And we're clear.
Well, that was a great episode.
That went well.
Kind of stepped on Jay's toes at the end there. I hope you weren't planning to jump right in there.
It's all good. No, I just wanted to make a comment that I thought their accents were cute.
That was, yeah.
So they're from Atlanta, but that's not right.
Josh is. Liz is from Idaho.
Idaho, I think, yeah.
Right. Yeah, so their accents, yes, he is Southern. I guess she is Northwestern.
Yeah.
That's it, okay. And if she's lived in the South long, she's got a couple of twangs there. It's quite an interesting one. I get into, languages and intonations, and just one of the things I do. I don't know why.
So I was just taking a quick look on Google Plus page for the show. It looks like there's a little bit of feedback there from Wet Coaster. He's asking, I believe, tongue-in-cheek, if there was a block party. So, seeing as how we saw him at the booth a few times, and if anybody's watching the video and they follow us on Google Plus, they should look for the interesting Googleized photos that Gary took of the
yes,
Caching the Northwest trio of monkeys.
I've got to put those over onto the official Caching NW Google page, and I'll put them up on the website as well.
Yeah, I've not seen those. I've been working lots of overtime this week and have hardly logged on to social media at all. But I will definitely go check a look.
Let's see. I should be able to do a screen share. Hello, come on. Come on, the Googles.
Hello.
Oh, maybe I don't have it. There we go. Sorry, I had the window too condensed. How's that?
Hey, I know those guys.
Gosh, they're handsome.
And his auto, what is it? Auto
Awesome.
Yeah, it's just these two.
It's
And
that
that
cop.
There we are again.
There we are. That's us.
Now we have Aching E North. North.
There you go.
Nort. Aching E Nort.
Aching.
It almost sounds Spanish.
I was thinking it sounded like Norwegian. Aching North.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I fly you out there to, Kraken's whatever what was that ship now? Ergus Neck. Did you see the Secret Life of Walter Mitty?
No, not yet.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
This is why this doesn't make any sense to me. Okay.
Yeah. If you watch it, you'll appreciate that. It was
Awesome.
I enjoyed the movie very much.
So I see Wet Coaster also made a comment that they're waiting to post a cash fine for a virtual that they picked up in Bellingham on their way home on Sunday.
Is that, do you think, for the 7 souvenirs of August?
I'm imagining it must be. I think that's probably what that's in response to. That would make sense. I think one of the things we forgot to say during the show with respect to 7 souvenirs, maybe we said it, but the hashtag to use, that's cute, Tim. The hashtag to use for the 7 souvenirs, hashtag 7 sofa.
Hashtag 7 sofa.
Yo.
Yeah. A friend of mine from work just tweeted this evening that his young son asked him, "Daddy, why does this pencil have a hashtag 2 on it?"
Yes. Hashtag 2.
Yeah. Why do we have a hashtag 2 pencil?
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Kids
these days.
So, hey, just while I'm scrolling the Googles, my personal Google Plus page.
You have the Googles.
I have the Googles up here. There
Go
is.
see your doctor.
Yes. You guys are so funny. Wits end. Here.
Yes, it's the last cache type they needed, is what Wet Coaster says.
Perfect. So we had up the Metro Van geocachers. Represent. Hashtag represent.
All right.
Hashtag Metro Van.
You got it. So we had.
Sorry.
We had an event.
Drinking his 2 ounces of beer.
That's it. We're all done. We had an event the Thursday before the block party, and it's an event. It's a 3rd year in a row that this event's happened.
Impressive.
It's we call it the watching the sun go down, and the first year, 3 years ago, the sun was watched go down. The last 2 years it's rained. The one day in August that it rains happens to be the day the event happens, so it's kind of become a bit of a joke. But we had
S-U-N and not S-O-N.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, good.
We had over 100 local geocachers attend the event. So that's so far the best attended Metro Van geocaching organized event.
Impressive.
Yeah.
And so the event is obviously held at sundown, correct? And
Yes.
That's the only goal, is just to get together and watch the sun go down?
It's a meet and greet. Yeah,
Sure.
it happens on the same day, or roughly about the same day. Catapult Jeff from the MVG organizers always organizes that particular event, and it's a fun. I mean, even on a rainy day, I think a lot of folks showed up because it was a good way to get one of your 7 souvenirs.
Yeah.
But that aside, great place for new geocachers to come out and just socialize and get connected. It was a lot of fun. It's quite central. It's on Burnaby Mountain near Simon Fraser University, so quite central in the Lower Mainland.
Why am I nodding my head like, yes, I know this place? Because I've looked at the maps, talking to you with enough. I think I could get around Metro Vancouver now, because I've talked with Land Monkey enough to know the landmarks.
There you go. Hey, and speaking of folks from Washington State getting around Vancouver, I noticed there's a particular popular recurring quarterly event from Washington State that is taking place in the Metro Van area this September.
Is it September 21st?
I believe it is.
Oh, I got to go get a passport or a driver's license or something.
So I'm talking about
the border.
I'm talking about the cash machine. For anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about, but it is coming back to BC.
Very cool.
And the cash machine dinner will actually be technically
at your house.
No.
Surprise!
Yeah. What? Don't tell
Mrs. Lane Monkey had better get ready.
Yeah.
Start making spaghetti now.
The cash machine dinner will technically be in the U.S., but you can only access that part of the U.S. through Canada. It will be in Point Roberts.
Yeah.
I think in Point Roberts.
There you go.
I don't think I've ever been there, so that'd be cool. So yeah, the 7 souvenirs is a kick. It's fun. Get out and get your 7 souvenirs.
Go out and get your 6th, and then go claim your 7th.
That's right. I went out this weekend, and for the first time on purpose, because I found one by mistake before, I found a letterbox hybrid to qualify for one of my souvenirs. So
nice.
Your first time ever finding a letterbox hybrid?
My first time seeking a letterbox hybrid. I found a letterbox hybrid once before when I was looking for a different geocache over in Idaho. I looked at my stats here to make sure I have 2 in my stats, 2 letterbox hybrids. So it's the first one that I went to on purpose.
A geocache is a geocache, be it a letterbox hybrid or not.
Yeah.
So.
Well, now I have to go look. I know I have one. I remember one I did.
Yeah.
View my public profile. I'm sorry, I have to read out loud where I'm going.
That's funny. That's the same link I just clicked.
Huh.
I bet your numbers are different.
Weird. Letterbox hybrid. I've got you so beat. I've got 5.
3? 5. That's 2.5 times what I've got.
Oh.
I only have 1 Project Ape cache, though.
You know, there's only 2 available in the no, there's only 1 available in the world.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. So you're technically at 100%.
Exactly. So I have 2 geocaching HQs. Because I've been to multiple HQs.
But doesn't that mess up your stats?
I don't know, maybe. When they moved offices, I logged it again.
Okay, so theoretically, it's interesting.
Yeah, I was never at the one location when it was open. We have a picture out front after hours, but I never went and signed the log there, so
it's
I only have 1.
Creepy. With him pulling on the door, you know, using his foot as leverage, trying to pull it open. Nope, Mona.
No, it is not.
That's funny.
Okay, do we all have our stats open?
I will in a moment. Stats.
Curious. Mega events.
Well, that's going to be a short one for me.
2.
I have 5.
You go to all them Woodstock things.
Well, I've been to 3 Woodstocks and 5 block parties. Shouldn't I have, and a couple of apes? Shouldn't I have more mega events than that?
I don't know.
Podcast with a couple of apes.
Yeah, that's true.
Geo Woodstock. Incarnation.
And
All right. What am I looking for here? I'm looking
Going ape. Geo Woodstock. So no block parties are in there. So is block party a different cache? I've got the Lost and Found event.
Yes, the block party is not a mega event. It is a unique event cache type. That is a fact.
There you go.
Jack.
Well, I have 3 block parties listed, so
Geocaching block party 4.
I must not have logged 1 or something.
So
2010. Oh, was the Lost and Found event. And then I've got 11, 12, 13, 14.
So 2010 was the Lost and Found, which was 10 years of geocaching?
Yes. Well, I don't know. I've got the Lost and Found event cache.
Yeah, I have one of those.
And Groundspeak Lost and Found celebration.
Which are two unique
two unique icons.
Because there were multiple Lost and Found events, not just the one at Groundspeak, but that's probably why that looks that way. Yeah,
I found two of them, one in Olympia and one in East Pierce.
There you go.
And
very cool.
Did you know the 10-year event type has been archived? It's the only cache type to be archived in the last 5 years or something. Because you can't do another 10 years event.
Makes sense.
There's something special about it.
Yeah. I was going to say, I'm coming up on my 10 years of actually being a geocacher.
There should be a souvenir for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There should be a coin for that.
In fact, it's coming up fairly quickly here. Let's see.
That means I'm a couple of months behind you.
Can I get to the end there?
That's typically the way I am in life. How would we find that?
There you go. September 18th will be my 10th anniversary of geocaching. How about that?
That's cool. We'll have to do something in celebration, Jim.
There you go.
I'll throw you an event.
It's only 2 in binary.
Yeah, an event sounds like a really good idea. Not sure if we'll be able to make it down. Depends what day of the week that is.
November 12th, 2004. At 2004.
Was that your first find?
Yeah.
Or?
And it's funny that, well, one person found it after us. After the first geocache I found, another person found it, and then it went missing.
Way to go.
You broke it.
Yeah, I found it till I broke it.
September 18th is a Thursday.
Yeah.
We'll do a podcast.
Yeah, except I'm working the Puyallup Fair that week, those 2 weeks in there, so I don't know that I'll be able to join you.
You're doing the Puyallup.
Doing the Puyallup. Who knows? I might be off early that night. It varies night to night. So maybe I'll jump on from the car with the streetlights whipping past my face again.
As long as you have no stage makeup on.
I didn't realize
banning you from the podcast with stage makeup.
I didn't realize the Puyallup Fair was that late in the year.
It always starts the Friday after Labor Day.
Oh, okay.
And runs for 2 weeks and inclusive weekends plus the Friday. So it runs for 17 days, which is basically a 2-week run with over 3 weekends and a Friday.
Okay, good night, everyone.
Wow, something I said?